Hey guys, how's it going? Thanks for joining me for another Puzzle and Dragons video. I'm Alpha, and today we're going to be going through my JP account, my Japanese server account, and doing a bit of a box tour. So I wanted to start off going through the box in a chronological fashion. So if you check out, my starting pull was Razuel, which is not really a great starter. It worked out just fine in the beginning, clearing content where you want to be. What is it? Is it I believe two fire combos or a fire and a water combo, something like that. Procs to leader skill. So I just matched up with any unconditional fire lead like an Erd or something like that. And she's turned into a great sub since then. And the reason I started with her was I had done a decent amount of re-rolling and just really was um, not getting anything good. I was doing it during a Godfest, and I was somehow just completely striking out. And moving on, we got a few things that now are getting useful, like the green wizard here. I believe I forget if this one's Lisa, Lila, whatever. The green wizard, or maybe it's Sharon. I don't know. But she gets Rose, she gets Dragon Killer. She's useful on some ALB teams. Sumire, and you can see, I mean, honestly, some of these I have not really invested in. I actually use Razuel all the time, and she's at level 73. This account is, it's not that I have never in-app purchased in this account, but it's almost very specific. I'll get into that in a second as to, it's very specific as to when I actually purchase stones. So it is mostly a non-in-app account, and I have some crazy pulls with that being considered. Anyways, I got an Anubis. I got him to the, not his awoken form, but the I can't get that many combos version. So his leader skill starts proccing at 8 combos. I'm pretty sure. It scales up to probably 10 versus the awoken form where you need to get additional combos. Got one of the Jewel Princesses here, and Akachi. And I have him in his dark form here, which is the God Devil typing with the 4 rows, which is kind of the superior form unless you're specifically looking to get him into his balance typing, which I guess would be for Gremory and Afon, stuff like that. Anyways, that's kind of how I started, and actually these guys helped out a lot. I had the Chibi Three Kingdoms. These come out of the PAL machine when the Gung Ho collab is going on, and pulling those actually really helped me out. They were great subs for their active skills, and I think I even used some as leads whenever appropriate friends weren't available. Um, and going on, you could see my first rare pull here was Elm, who's now in her um, ultimate form, in the leader form, I guess you would term it. And I also managed to get a Dark Kali, and ridiculously early in the game. I don't even know how many hundreds of days it was before I pulled one in North America. Anyways, I just wanted to show a little bit about the beginning of my box there. It was definitely humble beginnings, and I've gotten pretty lucky since then. So let's hop into currently what we have going on. So first of all, I just pulled Krishna straight out of the Godfest. This is kind of a new thing in the Japanese server where you could pull ultimate versions of some of the featured cards. So I pulled the brand new ultimate version of Krishna, which is not out in North America yet, but I believe, I mean, it can't be too far off at this point. Um, and he's pretty awesome. He gives, I mean, I do not read a single word of Japanese, but I know he gives 1.5 to all stats for fire cards, and then his leader skill procs, I guess somewhat similar to his standard form. I literally just pulled him. I haven't even looked it up in Puzzle Dragon X to figure out all the details. Now I mentioned that I did do some in-app purchasing, and I've purchased precisely 3 packs on this account, and that was during the Kinnikuman collab, which is this kind of wrestler collab, and I got this guy who's a ridiculous card. This is the card I was gunning for, and I literally got it on the last pull. I was pretty much resigned to the fact I was not going to get him, and he came out on the last pull. So, and we'll get to his counterpart, which is a dark card down below. It was those two cards that I really wanted. I was able to get them both through 3 packs. And other than that, I bought the special deals where it's a low purchase. I forget what the exact dollar amount is in Japan, but in North America it's $4.99 for 10 stones plus an independent pull from the REM machine and a whole bunch of PAL points. So I've done that every time it's come up in JP. I've bought a few stones. I would say 20 at most on this account outside of those 3 packs. Anyways, so this is kind of what I've got going on here. Now, you'll see a bunch of max skilled cards, like Kinnikuman here and Tsubaki. Gaddius is skill level 1. I do have June Bride, or I guess June Groom Ra here, and he's got some skills in him as well. Now, obviously, I mean, you could tell June Ra, he doesn't have any farmable skills, and Kinnikuman and Tsubaki do. Basically, a lot of these cards I'll farm as much as I can with the skill ups, but I pretty much play solo on this account. I've done a few co-op runs when I'm just farming gorillas just because it's stamina efficient, but otherwise I'm pretty much playing solo. And I use lots of the reward P dungeons to skill up whatever cards I feel are vital to the progress of this account. I'll spend P's on them, even if they're farmable. So it's not really a popular strategy. I know a lot of people might, think that's not too clever to do, but that's how I've been playing. It's working out just fine for me, so I'm not too worried. Anyways, these are kind of my key fire cards. I was able to get a red Odin. You can see I'm still very much developing him. He's not in his ultimate form. He doesn't have any awakenings. But that was definitely a lucky pull. Got a red Sonya. I got another Tsubaki, which I'm trying to skill up. The skill up dungeon is actually currently active, so I need to get my butt in there. You can see I'm full stamina, so I'm probably going to hop in there in a moment and try and get some skill ups. And let's see what else is going on of note in the firebox. We have a couple red Sonyas, and we have a June Bride Echidna. We've got a I forget which collab this. I think it was actually like a featured like girl collab, and these were kind of like the troll golds. But I did get the Red Riding Hood here. And these forms, they're actually kind of interesting and useful because they're unbindable bind clears, just like the standard Fairy Tale girls. But you could see here the number 99 in the active skill. Oops, I kind of just covered that. That is a true damage of 99, which is useful in certain dungeons. So moving on to the water box, honestly, there's not much of note here, other than the fact I somehow pulled 3 of these freaking wizards. I think the blue one is Sharon. I'm going to continue botching them, but, it's all the same. This is a new Descend that we recently got in Japan, and I ran through that did I not save both of them? I ran through both of them, and obviously, as a Descend boss, you're looking at putting a lot of skill up time to develop the card. So since I'm not farming in co-op, I have not done that. But I am trying to get lots of Descend clears at this point. Let's see what else we got here. We got a Muse. He was part of my Rainbow team for quite a while. Actually, he might still be in certain formations. Other than that, I mean, what else do we have? Like an Alpheka, we got a Idunna. So that's a nice card. You could tell hasn't been developed at all. The water box is really kind of lacking here, and this was the Sun Chuan you saw before. It's the chibi one, not the real version. Um, and of course, the blue fairy tale girls. The fairy tale girls love me. Moving on to the wood box, I have one super notable card that I developed as fast as I could once I got him, and that is Renove. He's one of my favorite leads in the game. I pulled him recently, actually on video, and I think I did a few fist pumps and a bit of a victory yelp there. I did get the this is another gold out of that Kinnikuman collab, and it's actually a pretty good card. I just haven't really developed it. He is a combo lead, and I could really probably pair up with base stat or something like that. I don't know. Um, and let's see what else is going on in wood. I just got Susano. Um, Day one of the JP stream, I was not in a place where I was going to be able to record the pulls, unfortunately. So I got him the day one of this current Godfest when I'm filming, when I just pulled that Krishna. I also got, I forget the name of this card, but she is a jammer card. She makes, I believe it's 3 wood, 3 jammer on a super low cooldown though, so it'd be good for inherits or whatever else if I'm not running jammer. I do have a Fenrir, but with only one, it's not even worth really investing. You really need 2 to make it work. Got some Verdandis going on. I have 2 Verdandi. Again, I have not developed, and I also have the Earth Swordsman. And little Thumbelina action. Of course, wouldn't be worth going through a part of the box without showing the fairy tale girl of the corresponding color. And what else is going on? Of course, I got a sylph. I kept the sylph, just hoping that once I have one, the rest of the sylphs will stay away. They won't bother me. Probably won't happen. Now here, this is the other. So fire and light are the 2 strongest elements in this box for sure. I have, as I showed you, an Ilm, which is in the skill up rotation, and I just fed like 12. It was like the little mini Predras, and I got a total of nothing. So that was really a bummer because we're in a 3x skill up. It's actually the exact same as the current skill up in North America. It's 3x great and super and 3x skill up. Anyways, I got very lucky once again pulling this lightning. I got the skill delays just farming the Predras. Wait, am I saying that right? Is it Predra? Yeah, Predra infestation. Yeah. So I got the invades there, so I didn't spend any monster points getting those. So lightning was my go-to lead at the beginning, and I'm kind of venturing off lightning. It's a very glass cannon build. I just pulled Sharius, who is actually featured in the current JP Godfest, and he's featured in this form, in his evolved form, which is kind of cool. You could tell I need to put Tamadras into him, I need to put some levels into him, get some pluses, and need to skill him up. But he is a fantastic lead. I have one in North America, and I've really been enjoying running him. He's like Raw Dragon with a bit more scalable damage, and really enjoying playing him. Anyways, I've got Light Kali. I think it's just, okay, so I have two Light Kalis. I only have one developed. And a DQ, which I would possibly put into Awoken form. I'm just not really running anything that uses that card at the moment. And of course we have Light Metatron, the long forgotten card. Surprised I remember her name. And I did recently get Ganesha as well, which is very useful in his ultimate form, which I do not have because he grants double experience. So I could get some rank ups a lot quicker running things like Monday Dungeon with Ganesha and I forget the name of the card, but it's a green farmable card that switches places, and then you get a 4x lead. You can also do the same thing with Wangven, but he's only a 3x lead. let's see, we got a Ball, we got a Raphael. You can see a lot of these cards are not developed. One thing about not really purchasing a lot of stones and playing a lot of solo, it takes a while to develop cards. Um, hitting up Super King Carnival, not too easy. Oh, and of course, there we go, Fairy Tale Girl. Anyways, Dark. Actually, Dark is extremely good as well. I guess we have to say there's 3 good elements in the box. I've got Pandora here, Izanami, which is not developed. The Dark Kali I showed earlier. This is the other amazing lead out of that Kinnikuman collab. And this one also boosts up all of your stats. But you need to connect 5 orbs in order to trigger a match. So definitely a great lead. You end up doing a bit of stalling when you don't have everyone skilled up. You can see Akachi's skilled up. Pretty much no one else is. I got some skills into Zuo, farm those up, and I'm hoping this Pandora will end up being awoken, since I've already got that one in that form. I'd rather not farm up the materials again. This is a brand new descend that I just ran through the other day. I just kind of ran through it blind and wasn't too bad. Got the clear. What else do we have here? This is a new Pantheon. It's like the Buddhist Pantheon. I forget what they're actually calling it. They're not calling it the Buddhist Pantheon. This guy is a combo lead, and he needs a lot of turns there for his active. That's about it. And let me spot the Fairy Tale Girl. We have not 1, but 2 Fairy Tale Girls here. 2 different versions. So that's fantastic. And now that I remember, those are Pad Academy pulls. That's what it was. It was Pad Academy. Anyways, that's kind of the box tour. I don't want to get this video too long. We're already approaching 20-minute marks. We're going to cut it there. And we're going to have another video going through the current teams I'm running and then the teams I'm trying to set up. So as you can see, I'm developing at a pretty decent pace here. I've gotten very lucky with some pulls, and I have dedicated, like when I get snow globes, I'll feed them into whatever card I feel is best, even if it's off color. When I get those gift P dungeons, I'll feed them into whatever card is helping me progress, even if it's farmable. I know it's probably not the best way to do it. I'm being as patient as I can without buying stones and doing stuff like that. But that's how I'm running, and soon I'll get some actual dungeon runs and stuff like that from this account, because I'm definitely at the point where I could clear the majority of descends without too much difficulty. So we'll get all that stuff going up real soon. I hope you enjoyed this box tour. If you see any great cards that need developing that I have not done, then let me know in the comment section down below. That's about it, guys. Until next time, I'm Alpha, and you'll see me next time.